The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman baseball coach Tom Griffin, I'm Michael Watching for the Eagles Sports Network as the Eagles get set for their final regular season South Atlantic Conference Series of the year at Mars Hill. And Coach, we've talked about going on the road. You guys have changed some things up at times. You've done some different things. Well, you're 0-9 in conference road games this year. I know that is absolutely not how you want to end the season without getting a win on the road. What do you think is the mindset of your group entering this final weekend?
Well, first of all, it's a day later than the last time we spoke. People are going to think we don't change our clothes. Right. That's not the case.
I never do.
No, I know. I think we've won our last two series on the road as far as midweek games. That wasn't pointed out. Right. So we have done a good job midweek on the road. Guys aren't even thinking about that record. They really aren't, because all we know is how we're playing these last 10 games that we talked about. We're playing very well with these last 10. And that's what our focus had been. We'd kind of taken everything and condensed it to 10 games, and we're doing quite well with it. Again, we're going out there to compete against the baseball and just try to have good at-bats and have our pitchers do what they've been trained to do.
It's a Mars Hill team that when you look at the numbers, they have the second lowest batting average in the league in terms of conference games, but all their other numbers offensively pretty solid. Pitching staff, they have the best team ERA in terms of the whole overall season this year. When you got a team like this, what's the bigger focus for you as a coach entering this weekend? Do you want to see your guys maybe have a better approach at the plate against this strong pitching staff, or your pitchers maybe give you a little more?
Pitchers give us a little more.
Yeah.
Everything is on that mound, man. They got to be good on that mound. We got to be better on the mound, because I think if you talked about our conference ERA, we got to get better. And all it takes is one game. All we got to do is worry about one game and be good that day. The ERA and the past conference games, that's history. Tomorrow's a mystery. All we can worry about is what we're going to do that day. And if our pitchers are doing what they're capable of doing and have a good day, we got a chance. They have a very good pitching staff. I think Coach Rembert he's done a tremendous job with that program. Quality players on all ends. They can put pressure on you. They do got some guys with a little pop. And that pitching staff has been really good, solid defense. So, and they play well at home. And it's going to be senior week for them, senior day. So their families will be in, very similar to what we had to do this week with Wingate. So you know they're going to be charged up. But again, I like the fact that we have a lot of the leadership here, the veteran presence of guys that I think have been there and done that. Last year we went to Tusculum and took 3 from them in a very key matchup. So we know what we're capable of doing.
You mentioned that Tusculum thing from a year ago. Well, you look at this season, as poorly as maybe the year started for you in terms of the record, there's still a lot that can happen down the stretch. How do you duplicate what happened in 2016 here in 2017?
I'd hate to say, well, that was last year, but, we remember it. I mean, guys were talking about it, how we did against Wingate. It's very similar to Tusculum. So to duplicate it, we've been there and done that. We have a blueprint. But really all it matters is just doing what we did today. Play to the best of our abilities, play with enthusiasm and passion, worry about this pitch, not the pitch before, not the pitch ahead. If we can maintain that focus, that's all we can ask our kids to do. And I thought today, or this week and the weekend, they played with that energy and passion that I think represents our program. And I think we'll do that this weekend and then see where that leads us, getting into the tournament, and then see what happens from there.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good seeing you again, and we'll talk to you again in a few days.
Good seeing you, Michael. Thank you.
He's Carson-Newman baseball coach Tom Griffin. I'm Michael Watching for the Eagles Sports Network.